County grand jury has indicted a man on attempted murder charges in connection with a shooting incident in Waterville. 29-year-old Maurice Watkins Cundiff was arrested in April after police received several complaints of shots being fired around Pleasant Street. Police say Watkins Cundiff allegedly fired multiple rounds at another person during a domestic dispute when that person tried to leave in a vehicle. According to police, Watkins Cundiff attempted to chase that person, but police intervened. Watkins Cundiff was also indicted on several other charges, including reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon, domestic violence assault, and criminal OUI. 2 people arrested on drug charges stemming from a shooting in Randolph were also indicted by the grand jury. 35-year-old Eric Cooper and 40-year-old Meredith Prue were indicted on multiple charges, including aggravated drug trafficking and violation of conditions of release. One person was injured in a shooting that happened on Belmont Avenue in April, which police say was accidental. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The Maine Attorney General's office has determined the shooting death of a Lewiston man was in self-defense. The shooting took place just before 11 a.m. on May 20th at the Ready Road Service Towing Company on the Riverside Road in Augusta. 36-year-old Tyler Morin died as a result of his injuries. A spokesperson says after reviewing all investigative reports, the Attorney General's office determined 48-year-old Rob Drummond of Augusta acted in self-defense when he shot Morin. No criminal charges will be filed. The Maine Department of Corrections has confirmed another death at the Maine Correctional Center. According to the MDOC, at approximately 1:30 this morning, 21-year-old Alexander Lewis of Wilton passed away. The Attorney General's office and medical examiner have been notified. In June of this year, Lewis was sentenced to the Maine Department of Corrections for 2 years for multiple offenses. Senator Angus King announced a historic investment for broadband in Maine this morning. Our Matthew Jurancic has more.
Senator Angus King and White House American Rescue Plan Coordinator Gene Sperling announced the approval of a $110 million investment in Maine's broadband infrastructure during a virtual press conference Thursday. The investment is coming from the American Rescue Plan's Capital Fund, which is negotiated by Senator King. King was joined by U.S. Treasury Chief Recovery Officer Jacob Liebenluff, as well as Senators Amy Klobuchar and Chris Van Hollen and others. The group talked about the plan and how it will benefit the nation as well as the state of Maine.
What we're talking about now is supporting bringing all of America into the 21st century economy, enabling seniors to connect with their healthcare providers by telehealth, enabling students to connect with their schools, to do their homework.
Funding from the plan will go to Maine Infrastructure Ready, a program that provides 22,000 Mainers with high-speed and reliable internet across the state. Senator King says he's been advocating for this type of investment for the past 10 years.
We have schools in rural Maine. I was just meeting with the superintendent yesterday where there's no connection to the home. So the kids go to the school where we do have a connection, sit out next to the school and do their homework at 9 o'clock at night because they're getting in onto the network that's available at the school building.
Besides Maine, 3 other states are included in the plan. Senator King says the funding will help make Maine a better place to live and work.
But providing broadband to the small towns in rural America, which this initiative is going to do, will enable people to expand their economic opportunities and still stay in the communities where they grew up, where they love, where they want to live. And that's really, I think, at the heart of this.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Right now, tech jobs are in high demand, with careers paying 40% more than what the average college graduate earns. It's why a number of school districts, including those in Maine, are now encouraging female and minority students to consider careers in tech.
Computer sciences is a high priority. No matter what occupation or career you pursue, you're going to need to know a lot about computers. And we need to start at the early grades.
According to a Governors Association study of U.S. schools, 60% of Maine schools offer computer science classes. But Governor Mills says the Department of Education is working to help schools integrate project-based computer science education, starting with pre-kindergartners.
I'm a strong believer in starting coding and computer science practices in the early grades. In the Lewiston school system, you can go into first and second grade and see some kids flying drones around the gym.
National Governors Association Chair Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson says it's all about jobs.
Our progress as a society will be guided by advances in technology.
There are now more than 650,000 open computing jobs nationwide. To fill those jobs, many schools have added coding, cybersecurity, robotics, and game design into their curriculums.
Our students are more energized than ever before. Maine School of Math and Science. These are brilliant kids. We have the Rue Institute, and we have career exploration programs.
The governor's also heard from the CEO of Intel, a giant in the manufacture of semiconductors. Intel has plans to build new computer chip plants in Arizona and Ohio.
I have more than tripled the capital outlays as we're building manufacturing facilities. And with that, we've put our chips on the table with the presumption that Congress has finished its job.
And that was Brad Rogers reporting. The city of Ellsworth approved the budget for the upcoming school year. Since the school budget was not included in the special election, the city of Ellsworth held a special municipal vote on Tuesday. City Clerk Tony Dyer says a total of 680 ballots were cast. Of those, 547 voted in favor of the $25 million spending plan for the Ellsworth schools, with 132 voting against.
Passing this budget allows them to continue to operate. You know, the kids need to go to school and have enough teachers to teach them. They need to go to school and have the books and supplies that they need to do well as food. You know, our schools now are providing many kids, some of the kids, that's the only meals that they're getting is from our school department. So this is huge for the kids in the Ellsworth school system.
The City Council will finalize the school budget in their next meeting that will take place on Monday, July 18th. Well, if you're part of the Ellsworth community and you are a bookworm, you may be disappointed about the recent changes at the Ellsworth Public Library. As Sierra Jordan reports, a recent budget cut is already having an impact on that community.
I read every day.
Amy Barnes has been visiting the Ellsworth Public Library since she was 8 years old. Now she's one of the librarians there. Barnes was disappointed when she heard the news that their services and hours will be cut.
It needs to be funded. It's a place that just is communities where everybody can come. People think of a library and they think of books. They just think of books, but we do so much more than books.
Ellsworth Public Library Interim Director Charlene Clemens says they submitted a budget of $539,000 to the City Council, but that was denied.
I feel like sitting in a corner and crying.
The Ellsworth Public Library took a $39,000 budget cut to the 2023 fiscal year. Clemens said things won't be the same anymore. They're cutting back on programs and even closing the building on Sundays and Mondays.
We have cut electronic services, our electronic books. We had Hoopla, which was a wonderful service with electronic books, audio books, movies. Cut postage, so our interlibrary loan program, we have a van delivery service in the state. We have cut 2 days out of that delivery, so it's going to take longer for our interlibrary loans to arrive.
In response to the budget cut, the community came together in solidarity by creating a Facebook page called Support Ellsworth Public Library. Longtime employees say the library is a keystone of the community.
I think it's a very important place for people to come, not just to utilize the library for what libraries are used for, but just to gather and to be social and to just have a home away from home.
In Ellsworth, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
And if you'd like to get involved with the library, you can visit the Facebook page Support Ellsworth Public Library. Meanwhile, the Maine Audubon has released a new birding hotspot map that's sure to get birders to flock to the Katahdin Woods and Water National Monument. Birding expert Nick Lund says the National Monument is prime habitat for birds and other amazing wildlife. He wants birders of all skill levels to use the map to know where the best spots are.
You know, the good thing about being a birder is that there are birds everywhere, especially in Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument. But it still helps to have a little orientation about where to go to find the best spots. This map will show you, for example, which trails can take you down to some ponds or wet areas that have special birds that are only found down there.
To get your copy of the Birding Hotspot Map, you can go to maineaudubon.org. Firefighters responded to a Newburgh home that was struck by lightning earlier this afternoon. Newburgh Fire Chief Brent Summers says they responded to a call about a lightning strike at a house on Kennebec Road in Newburgh. Crews arrived to find light smoke in the cellar, but thankfully no flames. Chief Summers says the family did the right thing by calling 911 right away.
Don't ever hesitate. If you even suspect, dial 911. Let us get there. Let us find out if there's anything that needs to be worried about. Make sure you get out of the house.
And Chief Summers thanked the nearby departments that provided mutual aid. Glad to see nothing serious there. Seems like those storms are, for the most part, behind us now, at least for now. And to get a look at what's to come, we'll turn things over and take a first look at our forecast.
Here we go. Happy Thursday. Your first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest for over 70 years. And look at us today. Temperatures back in the mid-80s here in Bangor, but not everywhere. Bar Harbor 77, also Millinocket. Tomorrow, though, up in the 80s once again, and we could go for mid-80s again over the weekend. Right now, the winds are all over the place still. It'll generally shift out of the west, though, tonight, and it could get a little gusty tomorrow. We could see wind gusts near 20 miles per hour. So the rain is getting out of here as we speak, and then tomorrow we're looking at a lot of nice weather and mostly sunny skies across the entire area, as there's just nothing over here. We have a couple of very nice days on the way, including a very nice weekend. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is rain ending, decreasing clouds, low temperatures down near 60. Your full forecast is coming up.
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. We'll have our full forecast coming up. Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. Today, the Woodlawn Museum and Gardens broke ground on a new community barn. And St. Joseph's Hospital celebrates its 75th anniversary. One of those stories and much more after this.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. And now, your choice of queen foam or innerspring mattress, only $2.99. Take home this Ashley recliner, also only $2.99. Only at the Furniture Gallery.
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Go for launch.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy in Bangor. Movie Rocket has 7 state-of-the-art theaters showing the newest released films. There's the Starcade, where you can play your favorite arcade games for hours of fun. Plus, kids 7 and under love the inflatable Galaxy Jumps bounce houses. For more information, go to MovieRocketBangor.com. Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy, Odland Road, Bangor. It's out of this world.
The new SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan takes on the self-proclaimed best of all time, Natalya. It's an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. And now, during our Summer Sizzler sale, your choice of style, sofa, and love seat for an incredible low price of $9.99. Only at the Furniture Gallery.
Hi, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, it's Blueberry Field Day. We'll check out all the amazing culture around Maine's wild blueberries. Plus, St. Joseph's Hospital is celebrating 75 years, and the University of Maine is renaming one of their halls. We'll have your full weekend forecast. All this and the local news coming up.
Welcome back. Well, the real estate market has been red hot here in Maine for the past few years, but there are signs that is starting to change. Realty experts now say there is a cooling off period tied to the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. It's leading to a shift from a buyer's market to a seller's market.
It hasn't swung all the way to buyers, but we are seeing a much more balanced market between the two. And really that comes down to buyers feeling a little bit more emboldened to maybe not go as far over asking.
Landry says in southern Maine, some buyers are now even offering less than asking, which has not been the norm for the past few years. They're also seeing buyers change their minds and back out of deals. Landry says buyers are worried about inflation, and some are opting to wait 6 months or so to see where that market lands. Woodlawn Gardens and Park celebrated the beginning of construction of its new community barn in Ellsworth earlier this evening. A groundbreaking ceremony was held where stakeholders gave thanks and provided tours to those curious about what the barn would look like. The barn sits on a 180-acre historic estate built in the 1820s for the family of Colonel John Black. The property's original barn was demolished in the 1940s. Woodlawn Board President Todd Little-Siebel talked about a major adjustment that will come with the new building.
We're super excited because basically Woodlawn is going to move from a seasonal historic house to being a year-round educational and community engagement facility.
Who's hard at work, the barn is expected to be open sometime in the summer of 2023. St. Joseph's Hospital is celebrating its 75th anniversary by hosting a series of events. R.A.J. Douglas joined the reflection and prayer ceremony and heard from employees about what makes that community hospital so special.
St. Joseph Healthcare employees recently unearthed a 15-year-old time capsule while celebrating 75 years of serving the Bangor community. The hospital is currently planning to bury a new capsule, but first, healthcare professionals who contributed to the very beginning of St. Joseph's legacy shared stories and laughs.
They really laid down the mission and the quality of this organization. And I think their intent was they wanted to lay those seeds in the lay people who are in this organization to carry on that mission of quality.
President Mary Privolo says St. Joe's is steadily changing to adapt to community members' needs.
Our community is struggling with substance use disorder, homelessness, human trafficking. So St. Joe's functions as a convener. So working with other agencies in the community, we have worked to form the Community Health Leadership Board that has been working for years to work on treatment and prevention of substance use disorder.
As this healthcare facility celebrates the milestone, staff are focused on continuing to promote wellness for years to come.
My hopes for the future is that we continue to serve this community. My ultimate dream would be that we don't have substance use disorder to the extent that we do now, that we don't have the number of vulnerable populations. But if we do, that we have good networks and prevention models in place to be able to care for those individuals.
The new capsule is set to be buried later this fall. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
And coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the latest numbers are showing wholesale prices rose 11.3% in June compared to last year, reinforcing fears of recession. And as those fears mount, several Democrats try to shift gears to focus on abortion. We'll have those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Building a new deck or expanding or replacing an existing deck, you'll find everything you need for your project at Hammond Lumber Company. From wood options to low-maintenance composite decking, railings, and all the hardware and accessories, too. Your Hammond sales rep can walk you through your design and product choices and can even come out to the job site if needed. They can help you find a reputable builder, too, and Hammond offers statewide delivery and professional service after the sale. To get started on your deck project, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Something exciting is happening at Otelco. We've been talking about our investment in fiber internet a lot lately. $33 million invested, 455 miles of fiber to 43,000 Maine homes. Now we have even more good news. We're joining together with GoNet Speed and taking our mission to expand fiber to a whole new level. It's the fastest possible internet, and this is just the beginning. Visit otelco.com/good news to learn more.
The City of Stars is going full-on supernova for the Midsummer Classic. All the heavy hitters will be here. The blockbuster headliners, the square-jawed action heroes, the A-list of the A-list. So get ready, because the All-Star Game is back in Tinseltown, and we're rolling out the red, white, and blue carpet. Tuesday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
The grim economic picture has worsened. The latest numbers show wholesale prices rose 11.3% in June compared to last year, and weekly jobless claims unexpectedly spiked, reaching an 8-month high. The numbers are reinforcing recession fears as the Federal Reserve considers another interest rate hike to try to get inflation under control. Fox's Rich Edson has the latest from Washington.
For the second straight day, the Labor Department released a report showing significant inflation throughout the economy. The Producer Price Index measures the costs of goods and services at the wholesale level before they reach consumers. Those prices were 11.3% higher in June than they were 12 months before, the fastest increase since 1981.
We're taking our own steps that we believe will be supportive in the short term to get inflation down.
The Labor Department says nearly 90% of this annual increase is from inflation in oil, natural gas, and other types of energy. This report follows Wednesday's CPI data showing inflation for consumers was 9.1% higher last month than in June of last year.
This inflation has its roots in the pandemic, which snarled supply chains, yes, just like other countries around the world. And now we have Russia's war against Ukraine.
Republicans say the White House is deflecting responsibility, that Democrats are at fault for pushing a transition away from oil and trillions in stimulus.
One of the first and most painful consequences of the Biden administration's failed policies has been the soaring cost of energy. Remember, on their party's watch, the cost of heating a home rose by double-digit percentages last winter.
The White House says its Build Back Better proposal will lower costs for consumers. Republicans say its mix of tax credits, tax increases, and spending on education, childcare, housing, and energy will boost inflation and slow the economy. Democratic leaders need to secure Senator Joe Manchin's support to pass their bill. He's tried to restrain their plans.
Everyone should be very cautious of what we're doing and how we're approaching things now and looking at anything that could inflame the inflationary high numbers that we have.
The Federal Reserve is now in a balancing act, trying to raise interest rates to curb some of these higher prices without damaging the broader economy. Hiring has been strong, though applications for new unemployment benefits did tick up last week to the highest levels since November. In Washington, Rich Edson, Fox News.
And as lawmakers on Capitol Hill play the blame game over the poor economic picture, several Democrats are shifting gears to focus on abortion. Some of the legislation they're pushing, however, targets situations which have yet to happen. Fox's Aisha Hasni has more from Capitol Hill.
Inside the Capitol, Democrats are pushing bill after bill on abortion rights.
States cannot and must not prosecute women who travel across state lines for critical reproductive care.
But Republicans say they're panicking over scenarios that don't exist.
No state has banned interstate travel for adult women seeking to obtain an abortion. This seems to be just trying to inflame, to raise the what ifs.
The back and forth playing out as both parties seek to energize voters and win control of Congress this fall. As the left focuses on abortion, Republicans double down on inflation. And as it turns out, it appears to be working. The New York Times said, quote, Republicans appear to be making new inroads among non-white and working class voters, perhaps especially Hispanic voters who remain more concerned about the economy and inflation than abortion rights and guns.
I think the fall election is going to be a big fight over the future of the country, and people in the end will have to decide whether they're happy with this all-Democratic government.
But that's not dissuading Democrats. When asked about inflation, Representative Sean Patrick Maloney, who's in charge of the midterm strategy for House Democrats, pivoted and once again warned about what he thinks would happen if Republicans get their way.
The Republicans are going to ban abortion in all 50 states if they get control of this Congress, and that's the choice.
And despite all the talk about abortion, Democrats admit that they still don't have enough votes to codify Roe v. Wade. In fact, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi today saying that she is unwilling to compromise with sympathetic Republicans, saying that abortion is her kitchen table issue. On Capitol Hill, I'm Aisha Hasni, Fox News.
President Biden is gearing up for a high-stakes visit to Saudi Arabia. Close attention will be paid to how he interacts with the Crown Prince. On the campaign trail, the president didn't mince words when it came to the country's human rights record. Now, economic and national security concerns hang in the balance. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
Standing shoulder to shoulder with one of America's closest allies, President Biden and Israeli leaders took sharp aim at Iran, vowing the country will never obtain nuclear weapons.
This is a vital security interest to both Israel and the United States, and I would add for the rest of the world as well.
The Biden administration is holding out hope for a diplomatic solution with Iran, something Israel opposes.
Words will not stop them, Mr. President. Diplomacy will not stop them.
Meanwhile, preparations are underway for the president's visit to Saudi Arabia. It's a trip that is drawing mixed reaction from even some of the president's closest allies. He has been harshly critical of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and the country's human rights record, including the gruesome murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
He's been very clear about his views on the murder of Khashoggi, on MBS, and on the Saudis, and I expect him to raise that with him. And to press issues.
With the U.S. still seeing record-high fuel costs, the president is likely to call on Gulf nations to produce more oil. But some say it won't make much of a difference here at home.
We need to produce more American energy. We have the highest environmental standards in the world, the best working standards in the world, and we need it here at home.
Prices at the pump have been on the decline in recent weeks due to a combination of lower oil prices and less demand, but it's unclear how long that trend will continue. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
More revelations in the Brittany Griner case as the American basketball star heads back to a Russian courtroom. Fox's Greg Palcott has more from London.
It's the latest court appearance for a high-profile American detained in Russia. WNBA star Brittany Griner attending a hearing in a courtroom just outside Moscow, 1 week after pleading guilty to drug charges. Authorities allegedly found marijuana oil in her luggage at Moscow's Sheremetyevo airport back in February. She's facing up to 10 years in prison. And on Thursday, her legal team began the process of requesting leniency, arguing there were extenuating circumstances, pointing out she tested negative for all banned substances and presenting character witnesses, including Griner's Russian teammates.
We understand Brittany's contribution to the success of our team, so we are trying to do what we can for her.
Brittany was always a great teammate. That's why I'm here, to support her.
The State Department insists Griner is being wrongfully detained, suggesting her arrest was a result of America's opposition to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Negotiations for her release reportedly now underway.
President Biden is laser focused on a government-to-government solution to this issue. We are working directly with the Russian government.
But the Russians say this is a criminal trial, not a diplomatic negotiation, and the legal process needs to play out before any talks about a prisoner swap can begin.
Court proceedings are still ongoing, and it would be premature to discuss any option for her to return home, as if they don't already know that.
Griner's Russian legal team expects the trial to wrap up sometime in early August. In London, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, blueberry lovers have a field day thanks to the UMaine Cooperative Extension. And in sports, we'll hear from Cooper Flagg himself as he breaks down his experience winning the gold medal with Team USA. We'll be right back.
Aaron Judge leads the Yankees in the next chapter against the Red Sox. I was born to win. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Sitting outside for your morning coffee, the sounds of the birds and the feeling of that warm breeze around you. Hey, this is what summer is all about. And right now, get 15% off on all outdoor furniture. Experience the outdoors at Jordan's.
Gas and heating oil prices are the highest ever. Why? Because Joe Biden and the liberals in Congress took a hard left turn and dragged Jared Golden with them. Biden and Golden turned off more American energy production, stopping pipelines and exploration, looking to buy from our enemies. They are going the wrong way. Mainers need relief, not empty promises. Tell Jared Golden to help open American energy production and lower the price of gas.
From the moment you could count all of their toes, all of their fingers, you knew you had to protect them. When it comes to protecting them against COVID, you need the facts. The COVID-19 vaccines are the best way to keep your whole family safe from severe illness, hospitalization, and death. Getting them immunized means they don't have to miss another moment in their big, little lives. Get the facts. Talk to your pediatrician or visit bravelikeme.com.
Check one, check two. The store's appearance may have changed throughout the years, but its dedication to our community and families has not wavered. We will still welcome you with a smile and top-notch service. If you need coffee, check. Tasty treats,
check.
Freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
Check.
Stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
Grilling and playing yard games, stories and s'mores around the fire pit. Soak up every minute of the season with your friends and family. And right now, get 15% off on all outdoor furniture. Experience the fun at Jordan's.
COVID vaccine access is expanding. A more traditional shot should soon be available for those still skeptical of the new mRNA technology. Fox's Jonathan Siri has more from Atlanta.
Americans could soon have a new COVID vaccine option. The FDA giving the green light to Novavax's 2-dose regimen, a more traditional shot using protein technology found in most conventional vaccines. Health officials are hoping that will win over skeptics who have not gotten Pfizer or Moderna's vaccines because of their use of the newer mRNA technology. Novavax is the first new COVID-19 vaccine authorized in more than a year. And while it's only approved for those 18 and older for now, the company expects that to change soon.
Our expectation with conversations with the FDA is that will then be expanded to include adolescents, will include booster doses, as they review the data.
The authorization comes as the U.S. continues sliding into a new COVID surge. The daily average of new infections still hovering around 130,000, the majority coming from the BA.5 subvariant. The spike is prompting some cities and states to consider reimposing mandates, including Los Angeles, which is poised to start requiring masks indoors again. But some doctors say the mandates won't work and likely aren't needed because while BA.5 causes more infections than other strains, new evidence shows it does not result in more severe infections.
There's a lot of COVID fatigue, and I think we can't have a tin ear to that, and that people aren't going to follow all of these various restrictions being reimposed when most cases are mild.
The CDC is expected to meet next week to give final approval to the Novavax vaccine. In Atlanta, Jonathan Siri, Fox News.
The University of Maine honored a former student who hopes to encourage others to pursue their dream careers. Alumna Karen Boudreau and her husband pledged funds to renovate existing campus spaces. On Thursday, the university officially renamed North Stevens Hall after the Brewer native. The San Diego-based attorney credits her UMaine education for her 35-year career, representing several international corporations. She says she hopes to inspire others like her.
What I really hope for is that the young women and the French-Canadian students can say, hey, if she can do it, I can do it too.
So it means a lot to this campus and to our students of the future.
Karen L. Boudreau Hall will continue to house classes for liberal arts and a variety of programs geared toward preparing future leaders. The University of Maine Cooperative Extension held its annual Wild Blueberry Field Day today. Here's Dylan Holloway with all the juicy details.
University of Maine researchers, farmers, company vendors, and blueberry fanatics gathered in Jonesboro on Thursday for the UMaine Cooperative Extension's Wild Blueberry Field Day. Wild blueberry specialist Lily Calderwood says the day is a great chance for blueberry enthusiasts to learn new things, communicate with each other, and catch up.
We have a great turnout today. I'm happy to see farmers from Mid-Coast made the trip all the way out here, and the Down East folks have also driven. You know, Washington County is a big place, so it's great to have the two groups meet, and they learn a lot from each other. And we also have a lot of the processors here and other stakeholders in the industry.
Ed Hennessy has been blueberry farming since 1975, but says he still attends the annual field day to review techniques and meet the next generation of farmers.
I was very surprised to see so many younger farmers here today. That's really good for the farming industry.
Calderwood says the blueberry industry is huge in the state of Maine, and it's important to hold events like Wild Blueberry Field Day. She says there are around 40,000 acres of blueberries in the state, which are managed by just under 500 growers.
Our farmers are incredibly hardworking and thoughtful people, and they really think about all the management that they do, regarding bees, regarding soil health. So they are here with really good intentions, and hopefully people appreciate that.
Several topics were covered throughout the day, such as integrated pest management, crop management, drought management, and adaptation to climate change. When I asked Lily, Ed, and others how the day went, they all seemed to respond pretty much the same way. It couldn't have been any sweeter. Reporting from Jonesboro, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Thanks for that, Dylan. It's certainly a very cool experience out there, and great for every one of those farmers to be able to share their expertise with each other. All right, well, what's the weather going to look like? Our full forecast is coming up next. Stay with us.
Mid-80s out there today for most of us, and some thunderstorms, but now things are going to change. We're going to crank up the heat even more and get rid of the rain. Those details when I come back.
I work long hours to provide for my family. But with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
When the Granite Shop wants to know the weather on MDI, they log on to foxbangor.com. At the Granite Shop in Sedgwick and in Trenton, we have more inventory than all other shops in the state combined. Fastest turnaround, too.
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos.
Who can you call when you need immediate help, any time of day or night? Always giving you and your family peace of mind.
AAA's legendary Roadside Assistance is a network with over 50,000 vehicles that respond to more than 32 million assistance calls every year.
If something happens and we're broken down, my family's not going to be stranded.
There are so many benefits to membership, and AAA is there if you're locked out of your car, need a tow, run out of gas, have a flat tire, or a dead battery.
If you have one flat tire or one battery service, that membership fee pays for itself.
Wherever you go, wherever you are, you can trust AAA to be there when you need them.
Join AAA today for $26.50 when you enroll in AutoPay. That's a 50% savings. With this special offer, there is no admission fee. And as a special bonus, you'll receive a free 1-year membership for 3 additional eligible family members. Don't wait another second. Call to join AAA right now.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, win, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
All right, your full weather is brought to you by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales in Hancock. Stop in and see Tony and Nicole. Every vehicle comes with a complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan. Come buy your vehicle the Fairway. It's more than just a tagline. It's the way they do business. And okay, we are gearing up for a very nice weekend around here. We're talking mid-80s and sunshine before we get some more rain showers across the region on Monday. Look at today, though, 85 here in Bangor, 77 Bar Harbor, also Millinocket, so it's comfortable and a bit warm in spots today, but we also had some rain-cooled air across the area, too, and winds are just all over the place right now as a frontal system in the area. These will generally shift out of the southwest, though, tomorrow as we begin the process again of ushering in some warmer temperatures and some allergens. So here we go. The tree pollen back in the moderate category now. Grass and weed looking pretty good, but mold is still off the charts. If you're sniffling or sneezing and you have watery eyes, it could be a reason why, with the mold count being very high right now, likely continuing into and through the weekend. Here's a drought monitor. It comes out every Thursday, came out today, and of course, decades of drought across the west. For us, though, it's been updated, and there's more of us now. Now, we're not in drought conditions, but we could use some rainfall. We got some rainfall today. That is now ending, and generally, we're kind of heading into now a dry stretch of weather, maybe a couple of rain showers in here late Sunday to Monday. But today, though, some good rain across the region, just where we needed it, too. These are now getting out of here, though, as we speak, and behind it, the skies will clear later on tonight, and that will give us mostly clear skies by tomorrow morning. That will give us a sun-filled day tomorrow, and that'll likely linger through the weekend into early parts of next week, as there's just nothing back off to the west of us now. So a very nice weekend. Get the boat out, get some sun if you want to, with temperatures back in the 80s. And here's the big picture showing lots of weather over to the south of us, across the Midwest, though this will not mess with us at all. It'll travel to our north beginning later on tomorrow. Okay, so rainfall-wise, we had rainfall today, a good one, right? Then we're going to wait now. Dry tomorrow, dry Saturday, dry Sunday. Some light rain showers probably late Sunday night into early parts of Monday morning. For tonight, though, the storms out there now are ending, if they haven't already ended where you are. Look for low temperatures down near 57 and a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, okay, mostly sunny, a few morning clouds, then mostly sunny. The wind will generally shift out of the west-northwest with high temperatures back in the low 80s across the area. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales shows the story, right? 82 for tomorrow, and then 84, partly cloudy for Saturday, very nice. Sunday, 88, partly cloudy, that's going to feel warm. And then more storms back in the forecast on Monday afternoon.
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. So a very, very nice weekend on the way. Looking forward to that. Sports is coming up next, though, with Dave Peck, so stay with us.
Here at Versant, we want to help keep you safe near our power lines. Did you know that work or play near wires causes roughly 10% of all power outages? And that state and federal regulations restrict tree trimming up to 20 feet from energized lines?
Be a good neighbor. If you've got work to do near the lines, give us a call here at Versant Power, and we'll help you stay safe.
Now is the best time to get a great deal on a vehicle at #1 Van Sickle Kia. We have a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with payments and prices for every budget. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your late model vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. There's never been a better time to buy, sell, or trade at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. The Rockzilla Tour with very special guests, Hollywood Undead and Bad Wolves. Friday, July 29th, Main Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, on Wednesday, we heard from the Newport faithful as they welcomed Cooper Flagg back to Maine. Now hear from the man himself as Tyler Cruz talks with the gold medalist, recapping the World Cup experience.
Well, Cooper Flagg now, what do we have here? Take off!
I don't know. I think some of the stuff still hasn't really hit me.
Wednesday night, the pride of Newport received a hero's welcome, coming back to Maine after dominating overseas wearing the red, white, and blue.
Oh, baby! Cooper Allies!
You know, it's kind of surreal, just putting the jersey on that says USA and being able to represent the whole country.
And seeing USA across his chest is just like, it's a feeling I can't even describe.
Besides winning the gold medal, it was the reactions from all of the Spain fans after watching their home team lose that sticks with Cooper the most.
Probably after the game when parents and fans were swearing and yelling and booing. That's probably my favorite part.
So Cooper, did you learn any Spanish out there?
A little bit. A couple of trash words, a couple of trash talk words, but you know, we don't need to bring those up.
What we do need to bring up are the numbers. During his run at the gold medal, Cooper was top 5 in the World Cup in rebounds, blocks, and steals, earning himself a spot on the tournament's All-Star 5.
I think it's always how even my parents have raised me, just not worry about yourself as much, just worry about getting the win. So that's how I've always been, how I was raised, and just looking forward to doing whatever I can to help the team win.
I've always known how talented he is and how hard he worked, but I never really also expected him to go and play for Team USA and win a gold medal. Like, that was pretty incredible.
It's the dedication to his craft that's brought Cooper a gold ball and a gold medal in the span of just a few months.
It means a lot, just being a result of all the hard work that I've put in. So it motivates me knowing that I'm on the right path and that I just need to keep going.
For Flagg, his path is far from over. He's on to the next adventure, traveling south for the Nike EYBL's Peach Jam tournament this weekend. But wherever he goes, that same humble demeanor follows him.
And I kind of just go day by day and just not really think about it and just focus on working on the next thing that's coming and just work on myself.
Reporting from Newport, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. Amazing accomplishment, and it's not like he's winning a gold medal and then coming back and sitting on the couch. He's going right after it. He's headed south for the Peach Jam, and then he'll continue south later on in August to head to Montverde. So best of luck moving forward, and we will, of course, have coverage of that as his career continues. For now, let's head to the main AM for the final round of action. Caleb Manuel beginning the day with a 2-shot lead over Mike Arsenal Jr. here. So back to Webhannock Golf Club we go. Let's pick up the action on 12, shall we, Caleb? Trailing by 2 shots. He knocks down a birdie putt here. Arsenal would bogey the hole, so a little bit of a momentum shift. The 2 golfers were tied at 3 under. Then on 13, Caleb makes it back-to-back birdies to go to 4 under and take a 1-shot lead, and from there, he stayed hot. 14 now, Caleb with the hat trick here. He had it going with the short game. 3 straight birdies puts him at 5 under with 4 holes to go. Mike Arsenal Jr. out of Valhalla here with a beautiful chip on 15. Almost gets it to go. He would settle for par and would finish at 2 under. Caleb with a comfortable lead, though, drains a long birdie putt here on 18 to finish going away. 7th birdie of the day. He'd submit a -6 to capture his 2nd straight Maine Amateur Championship.
The 2-shot swing, making a 15-footer on 12, and then him making bogey, that was kind of the moment where I was like, all right, game on, and that's when I got new life. This year, my dad was like, this is going to be the best lag putt of your life, and I'm like, Dad, let's roll this one in. So I made that, and that was pretty special, and I didn't think it was in the whole way, but I knew I had a chance, and to birdie the last, it's always good.
So a U.S. Open experience a couple of weeks ago and now a second Maine Amateur Championship. It's been a pretty good month for Manuel. Meanwhile, let's go down to Boston, where the ties between the Bruins and the Black Bears just keep getting stronger. The Bruins have acquired former Maine defenseman Dan Renouf from the Detroit Red Wings, and according to Andy Strickland of Bally Sports, the deal is a reported 2-year, two-way contract between Boston and Providence. Renouf, who left Maine back in 2016, played just 4 games with the Red Wings this past season. He spent most of his time in the AHL with the Grand Rapids Griffins. Renouf will likely join Edward Trailmax and J.D. Greenway as former Black Bears, currently with the Providence Bruins. Now, as far as bringing in more of the key pieces for the Bees, that continues to be a work in progress for General Manager Don Sweeney. He did make one move that will have an instant impact, shipping Eric Holla to New Jersey in exchange for Pavel Zacha, who, by all accounts, will be a top 6 player for the Bruins. Other than that, the conversations still go back to the futures of Patrice Bergeron, David Krejci now re-entering the mix, but Sweeney seems hopeful of a return here. That's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
You know what's really interesting? Our customers are just so surprised Bridget didn't recommend just the most expensive mattress. That's because she recommends a series of mattresses that'll fit you at different prices. Come in and meet Bridget.
The signs of spring are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field, and the flowers bloom with warmer days on the horizon. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort with the changing of the seasons. With a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever spring brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday, all day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-headed pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Said I don't want to talk about it. Great. What are you doing?
Buying a mattress is confusing, but at Jordan's we're taking some steps to make it a little easier. Bridget uses technology to match your sleep profile with the right mattress profile. So yeah, buying a mattress is confusing, but it makes a lot more sense at Jordan's.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
Welcome back. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife will be accepting antlerless deer permit lottery applications online only until August 1st at 11:59 p.m. There's no fee to enter the lottery, but there is a $14 fee if a hunter is chosen into the lottery. Applicants must have a current valid Maine big game hunting license unless they're hunting on their own land. Winners will be notified by the IFW website on September 1st and emailed shortly after with instructions on how to claim that permit. To apply, you can head to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife website. Information and the application can be found under the Hunting and Trapping section. Top Gun Maverick continues to soar. A soccer star tells his life story and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
I took my clothes and some things, and I moved out.
Harris gets dumped, Beckham documents his life, and Maverick breaks the new record in the Hollywood nation.
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell.
Top Gun Maverick has become Paramount Pictures' highest-grossing domestic film in the studio's 110-year history. The Tom Cruise sequel soared past the first-run release record set by the iconic blockbuster Titanic, earning more than $601.9 million to date. Titanic made a total of $600.7 million in its initial release in 1997. However, James Cameron's tragic love story has been re-released in theaters since then and has earned a domestic total of $659.3 million. David Beckham's life story is coming to the small screen. Netflix will release a docuseries on the British soccer icon that will be produced by his company, Studio 99. It will chronicle his humble beginnings in East London to his rise to fame as a superstar athlete, featuring archival footage as well as interviews with David himself, his family, and friends.
I'm gonna go.
Today's First Looks features the Munsters making a return this fall. Rob Zombie dropped the official trailer to his film adaptation of the 1960s sitcom that will tell the origin love story between Herman and Lily. It will be released in theaters and available to stream on Peacock this September.
You are absolutely a person worth loving.
And the trailer to the new comedy series Uncoupled features Neil Patrick Harris being forced into the bachelor life. He plays a gay man in his mid-40s learning how to be single in New York City after his partner of 17 years leaves him on the eve of his birthday. It premieres on Netflix July 29th. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
While the idea of a 4-day work week is appealing to many, researchers say working fewer hours in the day may be a better option. Recent reports say researchers in Iceland and other countries believe wrapping up work in 6 hours rather than 8 could lead to more productivity. It could also help improve employee well-being. They say employees could work more efficiently and focus better. Researchers do point out, though, that this may not work for every company. They say employers may be forced to hire more people, leading to higher costs. And there's a chance that people may work extra outside of the office. A national auto part provider is giving away a chance to drive for free. Advance Auto Parts is running a promotion in celebration of the company's 90th anniversary. Then they want to hear your most memorable driving experiences, all for the chance to win free gas for a year. You can submit your entry between now and July 31st by posting on Twitter, Instagram, or visiting their website. The post must include the hashtag Drive of Your Life contest and account tags for either Advance Auto or Advance Auto Parts. The company will choose one winner every day throughout the promotion. And it sounds like we could all use a little bit of relief at the pump right now. All right, well, that's all we have for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in and have a great rest of your evening.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7 News at 11.
Stay tuned to get 2 rolls of Alien Tape free. You heard that right, free. Finally, there's Alien Tape, a revolutionary new tape that doesn't use adhesive, but strong enough to hold an incredible 17.5 pounds on most surfaces. You'll love Alien Tape, the incredible new advanced grip technology tape that instantly locks anything into place without screws or anchors. There's more. Alien Tape is reusable. Remove it, rinse it, and reuse it. Use it again and it's just as strong. Use Alien Tape to hold stuff in place. It locks right down instantly. Keep things secure until you're done. Just give it a twist and it comes right off. Alien Tape comes right off because it doesn't use adhesive. But on drywall, it's a permanent alternative to nails. No need to drill into cabinets. Alien Tape will stay in place until you decide to take it off. Alien Tape is perfect for glass. Use it for heavy towels and it stays in place. When you're done, remove it and there's no residue. Alien Tape to...
We love them so much. So, for him